NHS, well, the NHS, once you got your diagnosis, that's more or less it.
He was giving loads of information, all in books and leaflets and stuff. It's just too much for someone to take on board, really.
I think at the point of diagnosis, you're given a huge pack like that to read, and it's never read. It's never read. I mean, I think I've got a plant pot on mine at home.
It tells you what's going to happen, but it doesn't tell you when it's going to happen and in what order. And then everyone's different, so...
You have specialist nurses, but they're few and far between. But they should be given information as to local resources like this, you know, contact details, and come along, give it a try. If you don't like it, if it's not for you, then that's fine. But at least you've endeavoured to do something yourself.
It doesn't really help them in the fact that they need someone to reassure them. It's all about things that are going to happen to you.
Don't read it. Just don't
Can't
put
even
it.
see it. I cannot sleep after you said, I still get up and I'm cleaning those on the chairs and the furniture and all
Oh, I
that.
run along I still would run along.
I'm so worried for you. So,
I've got one of them pulls.
So do I. And
I
so
know
now,
I run along
yeah.
the furniture and
I know you do. And so now she's got one of these things that
Yeah.
extends. So
Yeah.
I thought maybe if I bought it for you, you would use it.
I doubt it, honest to God, I do doubt it. Because I like
You
to
like to
wipe,
live for
I like
danger.
I like to wipe everything down.
Oh,
I
do you
think,
know?
what I think it is? The nursing days, because we always had to damp dust all the things, you know. I mean, that's good for hitting you.
Yeah.
That's
What do you
not
mean?
why I got it.
Look, see, she's going to hit me with it.
Hit you with it.
Hit you with
okay.
my rhythm stick. Hit me.
Not a song I thought I'd hear this morning, but
Go on, sing it. I can't get.
I don't work anymore. Since my diagnosis of dementia, I had to stop work, do voluntary work. I do an awful lot of voluntary work in relation to people living with dementia. Did some work with the University of Lancaster, which meant visiting 67 hospitals in the country, seeing how they worked with people with dementia, what the wards were like, what the recreation rooms were like, what the food was like, what was the visiting like. Would a member of an organisation. I've spoken twice at Parliament, once about what's called health and social care, which I referred to earlier, and the other one was about social care as well, but that was on a different level. Whilst a lot's in the news, and not a lot's actually being done or achieved, you know. So it's people living with dementia that are finally getting a voice and being able to be instrumental in changes, and you know, people gaining knowledge and support.
You know, it's. How can
You can't be on your own, me.
No, I can't. Well,
It's not your choice,
It's
is
not
it?
your choice.
You choose to be on your own, but they won't, your family won't let you.
no.
Have they still got that
The-
thing on your phone?
Yeah. Tracker. Oh, I've got one of
Scott
them off me.
and John is both got a tracker on me,
Yeah.
so they know, and that really annoys
Well,
me.
that's the same as me. They've got a tracker on me, even in, with what she's going to do in Jamaica, with a tracker on me. She's not going to be able to just run around the block and come and help me, is she? But that's the same with me. Andrew's in Yorkshire, he's got a tracker on me, and Jane's got one.
I know.
What good is it?
that's interesting. Is that because you
Big
don't
brother watching
Yeah,
you.
well, like, are you consenting for that? Like, did you?
Well, no, because I didn't know anything about it until
A few weeks ago.
till my Scott said to me,
No, was it when I was at your house and he said, oh, I've got a tracker on me, Mum.
oh, something like that.
When I
Anyway,
was at your house.
but
I thought I said,
they're
to the
both
guy, yeah, I've got them on. I feel, well, when I go out, I feel like turning my phone off because they can't track you without the phone, can they?
I don't know.
well,
Can they?
They might,
You know?
I think what they might do with us
Officially,
all
no.
eventually is put like chips in us.
Oh, microchip ones,
Oh,
like they
yeah.
do with dogs.
No, but I actually think in some circumstances it's a good idea. Because you've got people go missing and they can't find them. If you've got someone up, they can track
yeah.
you.
But perhaps we didn't want to be trapped.
To be considered more, you know, because the fact of the matter is there's people ended up homeless because of the cost, you know, what's called it, to provide care. And I actually spoke at Parliament to Jeremy Hunt, the what's called how carers are treated and the provision of care that's actually given. I mean, people who've got to go into care homes, they've got to pay phenomenal amounts of money. People are, you know, they're losing their homes and everything, losing all their assets, purely and simply because the government won't help.
I think there should be more help for carers. At the moment, I'm all right. We manage, and I support John doing most of the things that he does, all the different things that he does. But I do know people that need more support, and it's not there, or they can't afford it. Money's a massive thing with people for caring, because everything costs so much. And we're not at the stage where John needs respite. So, but if the time does come, we'd have to pay for it because we don't have any benefit. We're not on benefits.
This ring I got when I was 5 off me granny. Now she took me to a little place called Moffat, and I loved going to Moffat, looking round the shops, you know, and going down to the beach or whatever. And she, because I was that good, she said I could get a new pair of shoes or a ring. So I copped for the ring. I played with it and I was off and on. Well, I lost it, didn't I? So I got a right doing off my dad. And he was digging the garden, putting potatoes in, and what did he find? My ring. Now it was lost for years, and yeah, then it was stewed on. I don't know how this ring survived. Anyway, that's it.
Sorry, can we not speaking loud enough?
No.
So, the day after I'd had the operation, they brought them out for me. And that's I'll probably, I'll open them, but don't come too near because of the smell. No, I didn't feel them.
They're not.
They're all
little ones, are they?
No, they're all.
No, for knowing kidney stones, that's kidney
kidneys,
rocks.
but but kidneys, don't forget your kidneys are only so big, so you can only have little ones. These were in the bladder. So
Oh,
Oh, the
right.
bladder, right.
yeah, so they.
But even so, I mean,
I
look
mean,
at the size.
Yeah, I was having a lot of urine problems at the time. So, as I say, when they brought them out, and nearly that, they said, and I've got to tell you that they were that big, nobody had ever seen them, so they went into a book at Manchester Uni.
To keep the records.
No, they illustrated them, you know, and they went in in some kind of book because they've never seen any so big.
I generally thought you brought us some original jawbreakers from.
Well, I must.
If you hadn't told me, I would have tried one.
Well, I must admit that my son, when he was younger, obviously, he brought his mates into the house, and he dropped one in one of their cups of tea. I said, "You rotten." You know, he was his mates, and he said, "Well, I just told him it was a lump of sugar."
Politicians know what the problem is, but they're not doing anything about it to cure the problem. You know, it's. I mean, I was at a meeting once. It was an award, and I was sat next to this guy, and he lost his mother to dementia, and her property, he said it was worth a significant amount of money. He said in the care, he said it just wiped it out, completely wiped it out. So,
in terms of that study that you did with Lancaster University, I know you're probably going to say we should read the book to find out, but what was like the result of that? Were the conditions better than you thought they'd be in hospitals, or were they worse? Or?
Some were really good. There was none that I would say was poor. You know, there was a lot that, you know, well, nearly them all could improve, you know, one way or the other. But what it taught me was there's no set way that all hospitals should, you know, work. You know, they were making all the decisions themselves, whether or not they employed specialist nurses, you know, consider the environment. I mean, some hospitals, for example, you know, they'll have brightly coloured home, you know, rooms, you know, where people can sit and relax, and others have nothing. There's a saying, there should be nothing about us without us. And people living with dementia and the carers, they need to be consulted, you know, where do you think we're underperforming, where, you know, what can we do more, what do you think we can do better, you know, so that consultation, I mean, if they don't get the information, then there's nothing at that stage of consultation. They can only work with the consultation that they're given and what they can, you know, to come up with themselves. But if you've not got dementia, then you can't imagine it.
What's your hope, I would say, for in the next 10 years for people that have dementia, or for the community that lives with dementia?
I would like to see greater involvement by people with dementia, and carers, and obviously professionals as well. You know, I think that the three lots needs to sit round the table all the time, you know, when decisions are about to be made, you know, and it's working constructively with each other, as opposed to finding reasons why people shouldn't work together.
Well, I don't know what it's classed as really, because if you've got like cancer, any kind of treatment that you get, you don't pay for. So I don't know why you have to pay for it if you've got dementia. Because once you get your diagnosis, that's it. You don't go to the hospital every month or something and be checked out, or every 6 months. You don't do nothing like that. But if you had like a cancer, you'd get your treatment, then you'd go back up to 5 years, you'd be checked out 5 years, and then so all that's free, isn't it? But with the dementia, it hasn't got an end, has it? They can't say, oh, we're going to give you this treatment, and then in a year's time you should be cured. You can't get cured of it, can you? It'd be good if they could financially take over that responsibility. I mean, I don't think people mind contributing. It's just that I don't see why they should lose their homes, pay for something that it's not their fault, is it? No, if they got the medication, if they had like the medication like they're doing for the Alzheimer's, that's your medication. It's free, isn't it? With vascular dementia, it's to do with your blood, isn't it, and your veins, and they can't stop it. But there's no medication John can get that can help him.